Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Lottie and today I'm doing the mid-year book freakout tag. This is a little bit late. I meant to do this at the end of June and we're kind of approaching the middle of July now, and I don't really have an excuse. I just couldn't be bothered to do it, so I'm doing it now on the hottest day of the year so far. Why am I doing this to myself? We're gonna like bang through this because it is too hot to be alive right now, so I just want to like chill and relax. So I actually missed doing this tag last year. I think last year around this time of year I was in a massive slump with my life, with my reading, with my channel. I kind of had that dip after you like start a new channel or like a new social media where you like just don't want to do anything with it for a bit and then you get back into it. I feel like a lot of people experience that. Maybe I'm making that up, but basically I did do it last year, so this is my first time doing this tag on my channel, so hi, welcome. Mid-year book freakout tag. Pretty much everybody on BookTube does this every single year at the midpoint of the year, which is the end of June. It's not the beginning of June, which is when some people seem to do it. Yeah, we're going to talk about some books and follow the questions. Okay, so question number one is the best book that you've read so far in 2022. I feel like there's no question about it. The best book I've read so far this year is Crescent City, House of Earth and Blood. It is one of my new all-time favourite books and I feel like I peaked way too soon. I read this in January and nothing I have read after it has chased the feeling I had reading this book. I loved it so much. It's just so much fun and so emotional, and like I just love the characters so much. In fact, I loved this so much I got a tattoo. I got a tattoo of a quote from the book. So yeah, that's how much I love it. It's definitely a new favourite. I love it so much. It's the first in a series, urban fantasy series. We follow Bryce Quinlan, who is a half fae, and she's kind of put on this murder investigation with Hunt Athalar, who is an angel, because she has a personal connection to the case, and it's kind of just like how they develop a relationship and like finding out like what's happened, mystery. It's so good. I love it so much. It was just absolutely amazing. So question two is the best sequel you've read so far this year, and when I was trying to pick a book for this question I realised that I haven't read that many sequels, which is really bad because I've started a lot of series and I'm not continuing on with them. So I really need to start doing that. So I have chosen City of Fallen Angels by Cassandra Clare for this one. As you guys know, I've been reading this series for By the Angel Along, and this is book 4, and this was my favourite book so far in the Mortal Instruments series. We only have one book left to read, which I don't think we'll get to until like September, but this has been my favourite book so far in the series, which is quite funny because I think this is sort of known as the like least liked book, I guess, in that series. It's the only one I've rated 5 stars so far. I just really enjoyed what was going on in it. Like, it was just a lot of like new things happening. It kind of feels like the start of a new series, because I guess the Mortal Instruments is like 2 trilogies put together. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. It was a lot of fun. It is quite short, so I guess people might think of it as a bit of a filler book, but I really liked it. So yeah, this is part of the Mortal Instruments series, which follows Clary, who gets wrapped up in the world of shadow hunters, who are like demon hunters. There's just a bunch of stuff going on. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. Question 3 is a new release that you want to read but haven't yet, and for this I am going with The Genesis Wars by Kemi Dawn Bowman. This is the second book in the Infinity Court series, and I was so excited to read it when it came out. I loved the Infinity Courts. It's like one of my favourite books, but I was planning to reread it I think in May so I could read this one. I just never got around to it. But yeah, I really want to read this. I loved the Infinity Courts. It was so good, and I'm just kind of not in the mood for it at the moment, so I don't want to like force myself to reread it and then read this one because I want to be able to enjoy it properly. In the Infinity Courts we're following Nami, who has died, and she goes to Infinity, which is basically like heaven. Infinity's been taken over by an AI called Ophelia, and Nami basically has to save everyone, save all the people from the evil AI. So yeah, this is continuing on with that, and I'm really excited because of where the Infinity Courts left off. It was like a massive cliffhanger and I really want to get to it, but because it's been over a year now I need to reread it. so I haven't got to this one yet. So when I was kind of planning my answers to these questions, this was a little bit more relevant. So the next question is most anticipated release for the second half of the year. So I was going to say This Wicked Fate by Kailin Bayron because it hadn't come out at the time that I was like planning to film this video, but it has obviously come out by now, and it's kind of not my most anticipated release for the second half of the year yet because I am reading it at the moment. I think I'm about 100 pages in, but I'm not loving it, which I'm a little bit sad about. So I have kind of like soft DNF'd it at the moment to read something else instead. This was a most anticipated release, but it's not quite so much anymore. So my other choice for this is Youngblood by Sasha Lawrence, which is kind of a YA vampire story in a school, like a vampire school, and it's sapphic, I think, so I'm really interested to read that when it comes out. But it comes out in July, so I don't really have much on my anticipated list for like the latter half of the year. Pretty much everything I was excited about reading has come out in like the first half of the year, so yeah. Question 5 is biggest disappointment, and I feel like there is no question about this for me. It is the Anne Rice books. I was reading the Vampire Chronicles series as part of a like read-along book club, and I hate them. I don't like them. They are a massive disappointment. I was really looking forward to them, and they just weren't for me. I rated the first 2 3 stars and the third one 1 star, so I definitely have DNF'd this series. I just didn't like them. I just found them really boring. They just went on and on and on about nothing. Yeah, especially this one. I really did not like this one. The first 2 were kind of okay in comparison, but not what I was expecting, I guess. But this one I did not like. And then kind of a second answer to this question is The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon, which I did enjoy. I think I rated it 4 stars, but it was disappointing because I was fully expecting to like be in love with it and be obsessed with it, and it just didn't do it for me. So question 6 is the biggest surprise this year, and I'm going with Moxie by Jennifer Matthew. This was on the self-destruct TBR for 2021, so I was going to unhaul it, and I actually really enjoyed it, which I wasn't expecting, so I'm keeping it. I'm not unhauling it anymore. This is like a YA contemporary. A girl has like a really sexist school, so she starts like a zine to like give some like power to the girls at her school and kind of get them to like fight back about really sexist, what are they called? Rules. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. It was quite surprising like how much I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was really good. Question 7 is favourite new author, whether it's like a debut author or an author that's new to you. And I kind of have a rule where I don't like to say someone's a favourite author of mine unless I've read at least 2 of their books that are in like a different series. I do have some exceptions to that, so I'm kind of just going to mention 2 authors that I've really enjoyed recently that I've not read from before. So the first one's Kirsty Eyre, who's the author of Cowgirl, and this was a adult like contemporary I read that was about a woman who has to go back to work on her family's dairy farm because her dad like falls ill and stuff, and I really enjoyed her writing style. It was really funny and the story itself was quite like heartfelt, so I really enjoyed that book. And then another one is Michael Crichton, who is the author of Jurassic Park, and I again really enjoyed his writing style. I really liked how technical and scientific Jurassic Park was, and how like it felt really realistic, like this is a thing that could actually happen. So yeah, I really enjoyed his writing style as well, and I'm looking forward to reading more of his books in the future. Question 8 is newest fictional crush, and I don't really like this question, so I'm just kind of going to go for a cop-out and say Bryce Quinlan from Crescent City is my newest fictional crush. I love her to death. She is fantastic. And in a similar vein, question 9 is newest favourite character, and I like this a little bit more. I have so many favourite characters to choose from, but I'm going to say Charlie Spring from the Heartstopper graphic novels. I love him so much. I can relate to him quite a lot, and he is absolutely brilliant. Question 10 is book that made you cry, and carrying on, I'm going to say Heartstopper, specifically volume 4. This made me sob a lot. I had to stop in some places because it was making me really upset. So yeah, this made me cry a lot. It is very emotional, very difficult topics discussed in it. Yeah, it was great though. Question 11 is a book that made you happy, and for this I am going to say The Heart Principle by Helen Hoang. It is a contemporary romance. Each of the books in this like series follow a autistic main character, and this just made me smile so much. It was just so lovely, and I really love the main character and the love interest. Like, they're just so cute together. It really made me very happy, like my heart fluttering all over the place. It was so cute. Question 12 is most beautiful book you've bought this year or received this year. So I have 3 choices for this one. A bit of a cop-out, I know, but I just want to gush about these gorgeous books. So the first one I'm going to say is Gallant by V.E. Schwab. I'm just obsessed with this book and like how it looks. I haven't read it yet, but I just love the cover. I love the sprayed edges. This is the Forbidden Planet edition. The naked hardback looks like this. It's very simple, but it's the end pages that I just can't get over. Like, it's so creepy, so gothic. I love it. It's beautiful. Next is Lore Olympus by Rachel Smith. I just love this cover so much. It's just so aesthetically pleasing. I have it out on display, like face out normally over here. I'm sure you've seen it in the background of a couple of my videos. But yeah, I just love the cover of this so much. It's just the colours, it's just so pretty. And the artwork in it as well is gorgeous. I'm just obsessed with this art style. I'm still waiting for my edition of volume 2 to be dispatched, so I really hope Waterstones pulls their finger out and gets on with it, because I'm waiting for it and I really want to read it. I know I can read it online for free, but I wanted to wait for the physical editions. But yeah, I just think this is so beautiful. And then my other choice for this question was Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldry. I have an e-arc of this that I still really need to read, but I just love the artwork on the cover of this book. It is so cute. I love how it has the like traditional Dungeons and Dragons vibes. Like, I'm obsessed. And the last question is, what books do you need to read before the end of the year? All of them. All of the books that I have. In fact, you can't see most of the ones I haven't read because they're on my trolley that's usually over in the corner of my room. Anything that I haven't read yet, I need to read. I'm not gonna set a TBR because who knows what I'll get to. So yeah, that was it for this year of the mid-year book Freakout tag. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below if you've read any of the books I discussed in this video and what you thought of them. If you haven't already and you would like to be, please do consider subscribing. I try and post a new video every single week. I had to take a week off last week though, because I felt like crap. But we move. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I will see you very soon with a new video. Goodbye.